In the city of Abuja, there lived a certified baddie named Lucy, known to her 135,000 Instagram followers as the Curvy Babe. With curves that could cause traffic and skin the exact shade of premium caramel drizzle, Lucy was the kind of girl who made other girls rethink their entire life. Her makeup was always flawless, her edges slayed. Her wigs, always 100% bone straight, human hair, imported directly from some warehouse in Vietnam. Her closet sparkled with outfits from Instagram vendors who begged her to tag them. Lucy didn't just enter a room, she arrived, like a billboard for soft life goals. But what really powered Lucy's lifestyle wasn't just looks, it was strategy. Lucy loved money with her full chest. Big boys, sugar daddies, crypto bros, she didn't discriminate. Young or old, so long as your bank account could fund her next look, she was game. As far as she was concerned, she was a soft life babe. Jane, her best friend in crime and content partner in clout. The two of them were practically Abuja's version of Kim and Chloe, minus the billionaire status, but with double the street sense. Every weekend, they were VIP regulars in Maitama's most exclusive lounges, champagne popping, waist whining, filters ready. Their weekend goal? To fish out soft-headed rich men with loud cars and low IQs. One such night, under dim lights and loud Afrobeats, Lucy met David. David was the definition of money misrode. Gucci from head to toe, AirPods permanently stuck in his ears, and the confidence of a man who knew too many Yahoo codes. He introduced himself as a crypto investor, which in Abuja language often meant, just pray he doesn't ask to use your BVN. Still, Lucy was intrigued. David had money, charisma, and he didn't waste time. After just 3 dates and a gift of the unreleased iPhone 16 Pro Max, he sat her down in his luxurious apartment and said, "Baby, I love you. I know it's too early to say this, but I want to take you to see my parents in my hometown." Now, normally, Lucy would have laughed and blocked him. Me? Hometown? For what? She didn't hometowns, villages, girlfriend nor wife things. But the way David said it, with soft voice, Range Rover keys on the table, and a Rolex flashing in the background, her senses began to melt. Jane warned her, "Babe, think well. You know Abuja boys can do anything to get a girl. Why so soon? Why hometown this early? Be careful, Lucy, with this David of yours." But Lucy, already picturing a wedding hashtag and matching caftans, replied, "Girl, don't worry, he is rich and loaded. He can't do nothing." With a fresh frontal wig glued tight, and her Louis Vuitton weekender packed full of lace, lashes, and lip gloss, Lucy kissed her influencer life goodbye, for just a few days, she told herself, and followed David into the unknown. Little did she know, this journey wasn't a love story. It was the beginning of a transformation no ring light could filter. Lucy had imagined her village trip in full influencer style, soft travel vlog vibes, with her recording dusty roads, while dramatic music played in the background and captions like, "From Abuja to my roots." She thought she'd get there, meet a chilled rich family, snap with goats for aesthetics, and return with a photo dump titled #Village Princess Diaries. But the reality hit different. The moment they left the last petrol station, Lucy started suspecting foul play. First of all, the air conditioner in the Range Rover mysteriously stopped working. David said, "Don't worry, baby, we are almost there." But almost there kept dragging like Instagram drama. And as the hours passed, the roads turned from tarred to tired, then to pure red dust. Network. Gone? Her Snapchat streaks. Dead on arrival. By the time they entered Asia Iwoye, Lucy had already stopped talking. Her 40-inch Brazilian wig was now holding dust like it paid rent. The place didn't even have one bar of reception, not even for emergency glory. No MTN, no Airtel, no hope. But she tried to stay positive. Maybe it's one of those cute, ancestral hometowns with ancient money, she thought. Maybe they still use typewriters to count old family millions. They arrived at a house. It looked humble. Too humble for a guy who boasted about owning 3 crypto farms and driving 3 different cars in Abuja. Lucy looked around, confused. "This your family house?" she asked. David smiled awkwardly. "Yes it is, you know, village style, no need for show-off." Inside, the place was clean but suspiciously empty. No family photos. No aunties running around. No cousins pretending to like her. Just David, a mysterious old man that barely spoke, and Lucy. That night, she tried to reach Jane. No luck. She paced around the compound, hoping for signal, waving her iPhone 16 in the air like it was a prayer point. Still nothing. Even WhatsApp refused to resurrect. Dinner was a suspicious plate of jollof rice and peppered bushmeat. Lucy ate cautiously. "Hope this meat is goat?" she asked. David laughed and said, "Yes, special local goat." Something about that laugh didn't sit right. She still ate the food. Later that night, her head started spinning. The room felt like it was moving. Her eyelashes blinked in slow motion. Her ears began to ring with TikTok sounds that weren't even playing. Then darkness. The next morning, the villagers found her by the Aja Iwoye stream, barefoot, wig missing, speaking in tongues that sounded like YouTube intros. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Leaf Water and Red Sand Scrub. She wasn't just mad. She was mad with full digital energy. One woman screamed, "She's possessed." Another said, "No, she's just very online." She twirled like she was on a runway. She posed for imaginary photos. She gave monologues to invisible followers. Her madness wasn't regular. It was branded. Meanwhile, David had vanished. The villagers tried asking questions, but all they had was one mad fine girl with crazy hips and no backstory. Lucy, former Abuja hotcake, queen of Maitama lounges, was now streamside content queen of Aja Iwoye, shouting "click the link in my bio" to trees. And so began the real story. The people of Aja Iwoye had seen many things: yam festivals, masquerade drama, spiritual rainmakers, but they had never, ever seen a mad woman with waist beads and body lotion doing skincare tutorials by the stream. Lucy had fully transitioned into mad with vibes mode. She didn't just walk around, she strut. Every morning, she would walk down to the stream like it was her personal red carpet, twirling her wrapper with the flair of a Fashion Week model. Birds would pause, goats would freeze, and even stubborn village boys stopped their football games to watch. Under a tree, Lucy arranged sticks and palm fronds to form a tripod. She called it her content creation station. With banana leaves in one hand and palm kernel oil in the other, she would speak to imaginary followers. "Hey guys. Welcome back to Nature and Glow, your #1 natural skincare channel straight from the roots." Then she'd rub snail slime on her face and say, "This is the new organic primer." If it stings, it's working. People came from other compounds to witness the madness. Children clapped and sang, elders mumbled prayers, and teenage boys developed dangerous crushes. One day, the village masquerade, normally feared and respected, saw Lucy dancing by the stream and froze mid-masquerade duty. The drum fell from his hand. The spirit inside him paused like Netflix buffering. That day, he abandoned his shrine duties and followed Lucy until elders had to chase him back with koboko. Village women started getting insecure. How can a mad girl be finer than all of us? One asked. Even her madness gets shape, another snapped. Lucy's hips didn't understand shame. Even when she spoke nonsense, it was well-curated nonsense. Yes, my people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm dropping fresh madness every Monday, Wednesday, and Fantaday. The village herbalist, Baba Ojedi, said something wasn't right. This one's madness has Wi-Fi, he muttered. This is not ordinary. Village men started bringing gifts, groundnuts in old Indomie cartons, fried plantain wrapped in brown paper, local perfume called Hinogo Run. One man even gifted her a chicken, hoping to win her affection. Another tried to compose a love letter, but ended up writing a job application because he got too nervous. One elderly chief boldly approached her with palm wine in one hand and a marriage proposal in the other. Mad or not, he said, this girl has destiny. And Yanch. Meanwhile, far away in Abuja, David was sipping expensive cocktails at a rooftop bar, thinking he had secured the bag, done the ritual, and silenced Lucy forever. But the spirits he summoned had different plans. Lucy wasn't just a fine girl, she had a resilient spirit, soaked in grace, protected by forces not found in ordinary shrines. Back in Asia Iwoye, her madness became a tourist attraction. They even started calling her Madam TikTok. The villagers still didn't know her real name. They only knew that she brought strange joy, mystery, and vibes. And so, the once feared stream where people fetched water quietly became the most entertaining spot in the entire village. Because of one girl, with one wig, and one unkillable spirit. Lucy was still lost in confusion. But her soul was busy building a brand. Back in Abuja, a silence had settled that felt wrong. Jane, Lucy's best friend, was the first to notice. For a girl like Lucy, whose daily routine included uploading at least one thirst trap, 2 soft life boomerangs, and 3 different rants on Instagram stories, going 2 days without posting was a national emergency. By day 4, Jane was convinced something was off. She called, texted, even messaged Lucy's side guys. Nobody had heard from her. One claimed she said she was traveling to meet the ancestors, but she'd laughed after saying it, so he thought it was just her usual drama. Jane wasn't having it. She went to Lucy's apartment. It was locked. The building security guard said Lucy had left with a guy in a white Range Rover. He looked rich, the man added, like that was supposed to explain everything. At first, Jane suspected Lucy had just gone on another vacation run with one of her many Abuja sugar sponsors. But deep down, her instincts screamed David. That smooth-talking crypto guy with Gucci glasses and empty promises. The one who showed up out of nowhere and was too generous, too fast. Then she remembered, Lucy mentioned he wanted her to meet his parents in the village. Something about, just for the weekend, and they'll love you. That was 3 weeks ago. Fear clutched her chest. Jane raised the alarm. She went to the police, filed a report, and dragged Lucy's family into the chaos. Her father, a retired military man with a no-nonsense attitude and a shoe collection more polished than the average senator's soul, got involved immediately. Within 72 hours, flyers were printed and plastered across the city. Missing, Lucy aka at the Curvy Babe, last seen wearing a silk wig and carrying vibes. Reward, not specified, but expect violence if you know something and keep quiet. Social media picked it up like wildfire. Hashtags blew up. Hashtag find Lucy, hashtag the Curvy Babe where you at, hashtag bring her back, hashtag Abuja to Village saga. People created TikToks, Twitter threads, and even analysis videos on YouTube. I think she was trafficked. It's definitely Jazz. Maybe she dated someone's husband. Or maybe she became the Jazz. Then, the video dropped. A young boy from Aja Iwoye, armed with a cracked itel phone, had recorded something he couldn't explain. It was shaky, blurry, and chaotic, but there she was. A light-skinned girl, dressed in rags, dancing by the stream with a stick as her microphone, screaming, "Welcome to my content house, baby. We are almost at 10K mad followers, more." Her wig was somehow still intact. Her hips still delivered. But her eyes had stories the world couldn't yet read. That video hit Twitter like thunder. Everyone paused. The influencers whispered, "Is that hot cake?" The streets asked, "Is this skit or real life?" Within 24 hours, the video hit 1 million views. Jane saw it and screamed. Lucy's family packed bags, hired a local guide, and headed straight for Aja Iwoye. When they arrived, villagers pointed toward the stream like they were reporting a haunted house. They found her, smiling, twirling, and speaking to imaginary followers. "Guys, don't forget to like and comment. Madness is the new black." Her father dropped to his knees and cried like a soldier who had lost his last war. But Lucy, she just blinked and said, "Daddy, we're trending." With the help of the villagers, Lucy was gently wrapped in a wrapper, placed in a car, and taken back to Abuja. No drama. No struggle. She waved at the kids and said, "Bye, fans." She was confused. She was broken. But the soul behind the madness still believed she was on air. The world now knew Lucy was alive, but not entirely herself. And someone, David, was about to pay for the madness he tried to package and sell. Back in Abuja, the Lucy that once ruled Instagram was now a shadow of herself. Gone were the perfectly filtered selfies, the sarcastic voiceovers, the hashtag soft life captions. In their place was a girl who stared at the ceiling and whispered, "Did my reel hit 10,000 views yet?" Her parents hired doctors, therapists, pastors, and even an old herbalist who claimed he once cured a woman who barked like a dog for 3 years. Everyone tried. Some prayed, some chanted, some even used coconut water mixed with ashes. But Lucy remained in her dream world, where streams were runways, and madness was content. But even in that state, she glowed. Her spirit, unbreakable. Her laughter, still contagious. Her beauty, still made men forget their ATM pins. Then, something shifted. Far away, in a swanky Abuja club, David, the man who lured Lucy into the pit, was celebrating his biggest crypto payout yet. Surrounded by girls in BBLs and weaves long enough to tie down a cow, he ordered expensive champagne and yelled, "We outside, baby." Billionaire vibes. But that night, as the music blared and girls danced, David suddenly paused. He started scratching his neck. Then his head. Then he stood up and shouted, "Where's my ring light? I need to post content. My followers need me." The music stopped. Everyone froze. At first, people thought it was a skit. David was known for doing dramatic stunts. But when he jumped on the DJ's table, ripped off his shirt, and screamed, "I need banana leaves for my skincare routine," the bouncers knew this wasn't content. This was karma. Within days, videos of David's public breakdown flooded the internet. He was seen walking barefoot along Maitama, muttering nonsense, "Engagement is dropping. The stream queen is coming. Where's the Fanta?" Those who knew him whispered, "That's the girl's madness. It has gone back to sender." Those who didn't just said, "Ah, another Yahoo boy Don run mad." Meanwhile, in Luce's home, something incredible was happening. She started humming songs. Real ones. Not viral sound bites. She started recognizing faces. She smiled at her dad and said, "You look like someone I used to know." Her healing wasn't instant, but it was undeniable. Slowly, she returned. The madness that once danced in her eyes began to fade, replaced by soft clarity and pain. She asked, "Where's David?" And when they told her what had become of him, she whispered, "Good." It wasn't bitterness. It wasn't revenge. It was closure. Luce's spirit had been too blessed to stay bound. What David had tried to destroy was divinely protected. He wanted to use her for wealth, but instead, he inherited her torment. She lost her mind, but not her soul. He gained money, but lost everything else. Lucy never returned to Instagram. She chose peace over clout. Healing over hype. But one day, she opened a new page under a quiet name and posted a single caption. "I was once mad, now I'm just wiser. Don't envy soft life until you know the cost." And the comments poured in from thousands of women, "We missed you. Welcome back, Queen. Tell your story, we are listening." Because in the end, Lucy wasn't just a cautionary tale. She was a survivor. A woman who went to the edge and danced her way back.